Welcome to Depraved by Bryant Smith. There's bears in these woods, and I'm scared. So we yeet back over to the mentality of Pete. Pete is locked in the cage at the Preston boys, their house. He's locked in a cage with a naked woman that he has no idea who she is. He's going through like all 5-6 stages of grief, and he never considered marriage. Oh no. Pete? Nada. Never married. But at this moment, if he gets out of this, he's gonna propose to Megan. Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. They're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I gotta get out of here. That's when he noticed that the top of the cage is open, but it's covered in tangled barbed wire. And he planned to climb out of there. He's gearing himself up to be shredded by this barbed wire, but you bet your buddy was gonna get back to Megan. And as he was getting ready to climb out, the naked woman who was curled up in the fetal position in the corner, they haven't spoken 2 words to each other in the last probably 4 hours. He's been in there. Stop. Don't you do it. The random woman whispered from the corner. Pete was now intrigued, because she refused to speak to him as soon as he got locked in that cage with her. What? What was that? Why? Why can't I do that? Hello? Hello? She didn't answer him. He just tried to engage in conversation. Please just give me something here. She wouldn't speak to him. Alright then, fuck you. And he goes to try again. And as he was getting ready to try again, she gets up. She grabs him. Don't. If you make noise, which the tangled barbed wire will make you make noise, and the barbed wire will make noise itself, the dogs will bark. And when the dogs start barking, they begin to howl. And when they start howling, they'll come. And when they come, we'll be punished. What will they do? Okay, what will they do? Okay, fine, I won't do it, but what will they do? This chick has lost her mind. She starts cackling, rocking back and forth. You, we're gonna be punished. He's gonna punish us. Ooh. Oh. Great, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go sit over here. You enjoy your corner over there. When the sun goes down, you gonna explicit love-making word. You gonna do that to me. I'm sorry, what? When the sun goes down, you gonna explicit love-making word to me. The hell I will. No I'm not. Nope. Yes you will. They always do. They always do. Nah girl, that's all you. I'm good. I'm gonna get back to Megan. You're no. So this girl has already deemed herself to be kind of batshit crazy. Pete still plans to escape. And he knows if she catches him trying to escape, she's going to be the one to alert the Preston boys, them. So he's got to be crafty. He's going to do it when she's asleep. She's going to, Pete is going to watch her until she's asleep, and then he's going to try to escape again. So now we eat back over to Jessica's perspective. Also, you dig the temporary tattoo? It was crew bonding night, so we got temp tats. So I'm filming this particular segment 2 days after I started this part 8. And I'm like 2 more hours or something into the book. This thing has turned into a horror erotica. And it kind of bothers me because it's all SA or disgusting intimacy. The book started off really good and fast-paced, like, oh, suspense and horror, but now it's just like every single chapter someone is either getting the lovin' or giving the lovin' or being forced unwanted lovin'. I'm waiting for kind of this thing to wrap up, but I got 5 more hours left of this. So Jessica shot at the cops. She's driving really fast in the truck. Cop shot back. She drops the gun in the ditch as she's blasting down the road. She swerves off of the road and crashes the truck. As she kind of lays sprawled out in the truck because there was no seatbelt, she kind of rocked herself pretty hard. one of the cops begins advancing onto the vehicle. Jessica's a little discombobulated, and as the passenger side door opens, officer comes in, guns ablazing, telling her to get out of the truck. The scene pretty much concludes with her suddenly getting a shot of adrenaline, go fight or flight. She kicked the gun. I'm not exactly sure how she was laying, but somehow she whipped around, flung her legs, and kicked the gun out of the officer's hands. She kicked his face and his nose so hard she killed him immediately. She took the gun, started shooting back at like all these other cops, right as some civilian vehicle they were actually trapping the road for blasted through the barricaded cop cars and distracted all of them. This scene was a clusterfuck of what is happening. So as officers are down, people are dying, there's other cars blasting through the town. Jessica hops out of the damaged truck she stole, gets into a police cruiser, and takes off. So now we go to our next disturbing scene, back to Megan, where she's locked into the prison cell with creepy Sheriff Hal. So Megan's kind of passed out on the prison cot bed thing. Sheriff Hal walks in, big dick energy. Hal knows the chief isn't around, so he's gonna try to, get some of Megan. So he tries to take advantage of Megan right as the chief comes out of nowhere. Barges into the prison cell and is just like, surprise, motherfucker. Megan plays her part correctly and hides in the corner, and he told me he doesn't care what you think. He's gonna try to hurt me so he can have me all to himself. He doesn't want to sell me. And Hal is just being beaten senseless by the chief. And the chief is like, somehow I believe you. Hal, you fucked me over for the last time, you hear? And I think this chapter was just supposed to be extra shock value. And the chief whips out his taser after he kind of beats Hal up, zaps him a couple times. Hal falls to the ground, convulsing. And then the chief pulls out a pocket knife, and he turns to Megan, and he's like, you ever see the ads for those Ginshu blades where they can cut through any kind of vegetable, any type of, even wood sometimes? And of course, I'm sure you can see where this is going. To be as vague as possible, this really, really icky descriptive scene of the chief pulling Hal's special place out and literally just cutting it off right at the base. And to add to the drama, Hal suffers for a little bit, bleeding everywhere, and then the chief just pops him right in the head. Bye bye, Hal. So after this senseless violence, the chief didn't realize he left the prison door open, and Megan just took off and escaped. This part was really freaking stupid because she got right out the door. She's bolting down the street, but she trips really hard on a floodlight in front of the sheriff's office, falls backwards, and knocks herself out on the concrete. And she was out for long enough where the chief was standing over her when she woke up. And he's like, wow, you've been knocked out for quite some time. I had enough time to clean up the mess that Hal made. And now we're going to go take a ride. This book went from being kind of interesting to just, I don't know.